Man, my clips get everywhere. Got it. Good morning. I know. Joanne, it is cold. It is like 42 degrees over here. The sweater in the basement. Because if I put the heater, it'll make this weird humming sound and it will put me to sleep and I will not be able to focus. It is, I've been wanting to say it's spooky season for what, 8 days now, but it's been kind of like warm-ish. And yesterday was cool. Like yesterday we were in the 60s all day. And today, when I woke up this morning, it's like 42 degrees. So it is officially spooky season, which means that it'll get warm and hot sometime this week and then get cold again. It does this like weird thing. It gets like, so whenever this next batch of heat comes, it'll be the last. And then it'll be in the 70s and 60s until mid-October. And then it's like in the 60s and then 50s. And then we usually get our first freeze by usually October on Halloween. 71 here, but it's supposed to be 102 in California. Yeah, Cali, man. California, man. That heat is real. I have lived everywhere in California where I lived in the IE, Orange County. I lived in Redlands. Oh, God. And some areas are naturally cooler than when you live by a beach, you naturally get cooler, but they still get high temperatures and UV rays are even more because it reflects off the water. But I've lived in Dana Point, Laguna Niguel, Alicio Viejo, you name it, San Clemente. I have lived a lot of places in California, and all of them seem they're pretty cool. But when you get down to downtown LA, Chino, and like the Inland Empire, that stuff is no joke. San Bernardino is like the freaking devil's playground. It's not like when you go to Joshua Woods in Palm Springs because whoever ever wants to go to I used to have friends be like, it's Palm Springs in the summer, and I'll be like, yeah, you want me to die. What is going on? Good morning. Good morning. Um, yeah, so today is Sunday. This weekend we just been taking it really easy. It seems like okay, so the what this I am not a nurse, I am not a doctor or any medical person whatsoever. I'm just going to go off of what I've been told. So Hope and I both got COVID on August 9th. We were sick. Because we couldn't give them the exact dates, they didn't give us there is an antiviral. They didn't feel comfortable giving us the antiviral because they believed it was day 5 for us. So we just had to like suffer through. Hope got better in like 3 days after we went to the doctors. I had and have serious ramifications from COVID. Like I have not been congested since I've been here. Like since I've been having COVID, like I've been severely congested. Um, so nobody got it at home. So like 4 days into school, my son, my youngest child, he's in junior high, he got it and he believes he got it on back to school night, which our schools go really big and hard on back to school night. It's like a big event. Like we have snow cone places, virtual reality games, the whole 9 yards. Good morning, Arnett. Arnett, isn't it cool this morning? um, so uh he got it. And then, because my husband is a very affectionate man, he like was snuggling Ken, trying to make him feel better. My son had the worst reactions, like so extremities started swelling on him. His lips would start swelling, his nose would start swelling, and we took him off of ibuprofen. They had to give him steroids, and now he's doing better. He's back at school. So everybody was peachy keen, so all 4 of us had it. I kept trying to tell my oldest, because she's going to be 19 in November, that she has to be very cognizant about where she goes to. If she's gonna go to work, if she's gonna go to, um hang out with friends, she needs to wear a mask because there's 2 people in the house that have COVID. But being 19, that's all remember. We pretend that we are superheroes and we're pervious to anything. We're the exception, we're never the rule. And guess what she got tested positive with yesterday? COVID. So she started the antivirals. My husband's on the antivirals. And I'm just like, no one ever listens to mom. Like, and then, you know the worst saying in the world as a mom? "Mom, you're right." Because it was after the fact that I told you and gave you my wise information and suggestions, you chose the opposite, and then now you're coming to me with your tail between your legs saying you're right. That doesn't make me feel good. It doesn't make me feel good at all. It makes me feel like crap because it's so many times I've told you, you would think you would get to your head that I have your best interest in heart and I don't want to see you like fall or get hurt or have anything, but I keep having to remember 18-year-old and 19-year-old Nova, and I was a force to be reckoned with. Nobody could tell me anything. Like, I was a force. So, I think that's just a part of becoming an adult, is realizing that sometimes other people are right and you're not always right, and, being humble, like, that comes with age. I think it doesn't necessarily set in. There are those brilliant kids that learn from parents' mistakes or learn from other people's mistakes, but every kid learns on a different way. So that's what I've been dealing with this weekend is people that are sick, taking care of sick, trying to have everybody rest and relax, so we can get ready for the school week. So Kendall should be able to. Kendall went back to work on Friday. He should go back, and Hope went. I mean, Faith Kendall Jr. went back to school on Friday, so he should be going back too. I'm hoping that we can get Faith on the right and right. I don't know if she has work today or not, and hopefully she doesn't, so she could just sit there and rest and hydrate, but we shall see. So I did get a little bit of sewing in this last week. I didn't get as much as I want, but I have a lot of on my plate this week. So I have to finish up one bag that is a custom and it's my pattern. So I should be doing that bag, cutting it out, sewing it up, hopefully tomorrow. And if that's the case, then I will show it to you on Tuesday. But I might actually do it on Tuesday because there's a small tester that I want to get done, and I just need to do a little bit more housework to get everything straightened up. So, and then I want to film a tutorial on Wednesday for Friday. And it's a cute tutorial. It's something that I've been eyeing on Etsy for a while, and I was very, very, very grateful that the designer gave me the go to do a tutorial for it. So, and I always like to bring a tutorial that's something's different from a different designer that we're all accustomed to, or I'm not accustomed to, and bring it to the table because those are the videos that we need out. We need videos to bags that we see that we don't have videos to for visual learners, for people that just want to make sure that they're doing the right thing, whatever. So that's what I've been basically doing and trying to plan out some stuff for trying to plan out some stuff for Nova Week because that is coming around the corner. I might go get myself a pumpkin spice latte. I'm just saying, I'm feeling pumpkin spice. But since you all are here, let's start looking at the bags. If you guys are not aware, I know a lot of people weren't able to snag what they wanted for the Alchemats, the pre-quilted. So there is a pre-order that opened up yesterday and it ends on the 22nd of this month. And I'm going to show you two pieces of 2 bags that you haven't seen already from the collection, the first one being the Nora. So I decided to do the Nora bag, and if you're not familiar with Nora, Nora is from Swoon, and it comes in 3 different sizes. This is the small, there's a handbag size, and there's actually a really cool travel bag size that I think that if you put kind of like a modification, if you put a slit in the back that will fit over a roller bag really quite easily. This bag, I did do modifications because it does have straps, and I decided to use these fancy hardwares that you can purchase at Emmeline Bags, You can do it at Cereal Bag Maker and Bringberry. I believe these are from Bringberry. And then I use this really beautiful lock. I don't know if you're aware, a fireweed stitch has like some gorgeous hardware, and I seen this lock and I had it. Now the contrasting fabric I got is from Sam's Creations in Canada. Um, this has like patches of like hints of mauve pink. And I kid you not, I promise you with everything in my heart, I just picked it out because it looked really pretty brown together. I had no idea that it was that color. So as you can see, the bag comes in on its sides like this, and this is how it gets that doctor shape. Now, when we unlock this, there are I created I did a zipper pocket with a placket, and it says, "This is the way." And there is a slip pocket with my logo on it. I didn't know a good place to put my logo on here because I wanted the fabric to be the main event. On the back, you can see I have two rivets instead of, I mean, two Chicago screws instead of rivets, and they are the Millennium Falcon facing each other. So this is a really fun bag. On the sides of the bag, you use boning, plastic boning that you would use in a corset. Okay, let me rewind back and forth. If you're making a corset, do not use a plastic boning unless that is your mock-up because it won't last. It will, plastic boning will start contorting towards your body's heat. So if you produce more heat underneath your boobs or on your sides or whatever, it will start warping. Please use well boning and or what I like to use, spiral. I make a lot of corsets, and I'm hoping that in 2025 I can do a Zoom class for someone for people that want to learn how to make corsets. I make a lot of corsets. um so right here I have well boning, and right here you have well boning. Now, if you don't have that, don't fret. If you have any kind of plastic that you can cut and then put like you just sew it on around the interfacing and then heat the interfacing on, you will be fine. Because it's only like a for this size, I think it's like 1 by 4 inch piece or something. And inside here, you use the boning too. I ran out of the boning, so I use plastic grid that you use for when you're poking out crochets or doing the wall fabric. And I cut it into 9 inch by a half an inch, and I slid it in here and then I sealed it up. So you can, when in doubt, craft it out. We all are crafters. So as you can tell, the bag closes by these two folding in on itself, and then you just turn the lock. And I did make a crossbody strap that you can connect on this side and on this side, so this person can have, whoever owns this bag can wear as a crossbody. But isn't this brown gorgeous with the hint of hues? It just, I feel like it goes really perfectly with this vinyl. So here's my Nora. And I just posted some pictures in Swoon in case you want to see some like still shots of the bag. But I absolutely love Nora. It's such a great bag to do. It comes together relatively fast. Um, it does use some unconventional pieces like plastic boning. Um, and you can get plastic boning relatively inexpensive at Joann's. Sometimes it's like $4, and if you have a coupon, it's like 2. But you will absolutely love it. You can sew through it. You can do a lot with it. Again, but if you're going to, if that for bag making, because this is not the only bag that has plastic boning. There, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Sewn Ideas bowler bag, you use it, and I think a bowler bag from Country Cow. So if you buy some, don't be like, okay, this is the only bag. No, there's actually quite a few bags that use this boning to get like a perfect arch or to a bag to do something that it normally wouldn't do. Perfect for bag making, not for corsets. Unless it's for a kid. If it's a kid, use plastic. Okay. So, Um, but if it's for yourself, no, don't do it. You'll be mad. You'll be so mad at yourself. Ask me how I know. All right. And then it Olivia, like when she does our strikes, she asks us generally what we would like to strike, and we all put like numbers like, oh, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I decided to go with the dark side. Now hear me out. As much as I love Rey, I think I out of every Jedi, I feel like I correspond, and I feel like I connect with Rey's character, not because I'm an orphan. It's just because she's constantly battling the dark and the light, and she doesn't know why. Um, and I feel like that's the reason why I like Ahsoka. Ahsoka, even though she trained as a Jedi, when the Jedi went after her and didn't have her back, when they were like, "Hey, please come back to the Jedi," she's like, "Yeah, nah, dude, I'm no Jedi," because like they didn't have her back, and it's just these characters that are always in between always have my heart because I feel like there's good and bad in all of us, and someone that is trying to balance out it, that's not going all the way to the dark side or all the way to the good side, and that is in the middle, always is my soft comfort zone because that's what I feel like there. Like, you have to understand, like I'll give you an example. There was a very mean comment on a video I made like a year ago, and I wanted to reply so snarky and so mean, and the other side of me is like, just say thank you for your feedback and go on. And then the middle me was like, don't say anything, don't like, don't thumbs downs, don't do anything, because if you say anything you will regret it. If you try to be nice or if you try to be mean, you can't take back the words that you say. So it's a constant battle for me, and I feel like most people are like that. I feel like most people are like that. So when she gave me the Darth Vader, Kylo Ren, just the Death Star, Stormtrooper, I was like, okay, what can I do to make this bag represent me? This is the new Sarah Marmony bag from her Patreon, and this is the dark side. So I used the Death Star, and then when you open it up, there is a recessed zipper. I used the hint of red because both Kylo Ren, Darth Maul, and Darth Vader have a hint of red with their black and silver. Inside, you have on the top part of the recess, you still have the dark side, and then you have a zipper, and that's all that's in here. To balance it out, we always have to remember that Darth Vader was a Jedi first. So I've used a Jedi zipper pull. Zipper end. And this closes really nice. This is a very strong magnet. My husband was like, I could hear it click over here. So it's a very strong magnet. I was like, yes. And on the back, there's a zipper for your cell phone. It's a nice size pocket. I could probably fit my cell phone in here. I'm just putting the case because you guys are on a thing. Yeah, I could fit it. It's gonna be a snug fit, but I can fit it. And that is my dark side. And then I did the balance of the hardware where it's dark and light. Because if we also remember at the end, Kylo Ren and Darth Vader both seen the light at the end. So I feel like balance was in this bag. And so I decided to do it and give it a little bit of a sophisticated look that I feel like could be used on an everyday bag. So that's what I did this weekend. My husband absolutely loves this bag. He's just like, it's so cool. I like the way it turned out because you didn't have to use all of your precious vinyl. It's like pieces. And I just love the way it looks. And then just having the Death Star. Anytime there's any kind of star, I'm always trying to do it because Nova, supernovas, and stuff like that, I'm always about it. So I love the fact that in this bag that you don't have to use all your vinyl, that you only can use bits and parts of it to make it your own, and it just looks super awesome. It's just, I don't know. I would wear this bag proudly because it will, I think it grab the attentions of people that love Star Wars. I think it would also grab attention of people that are trying to see black on something that looks very contrast from something shiny from matte. And the matte part, I use black waterproof canvas that you can get from Fabric Wholesale Direct, what is like $8. And I didn't even use a whole yard. I think I used a half a yard, and I think I'm going to use another part of it to actually create a strap, because whenever I order these when I make these bags, when I sell it, I'll sell it with this, but I will also sell it with another strap that's an adjustable strap in case these are too heavy. And it's just something that I do. I like to make sure that my customer is comfortable with my purchases. And let me knock on wood, I have never had a customer ever ask me to return a bag. So um and it could be something as simple as just making another strap adjuster so that they have choices. Choices are always nice. That's one of the things that I liked in the Aries bag from Shannon, is that she gave you a choice. You had a choice of like a shoulder, or you can make a crossbody bag. And I know people are thinking, oh, it's a little bit of extra work. But if you really think about it, it's just a 4 by 54-inch thing folded over and making a strap in 3 pieces of hardware. And that might be the thing that plateaus your bag into getting sold, because you're offering somebody not one way to wear their bag, but two. So just food for thought on that one, because I like chains. I love the way they look, but I would wear the chain only to special events, like going to a cosplay or going to an event, or start going to Disneyland. But if I'm going to wear it for my day-to-day thing, I get like my shoulder over here in my back always hurts. So I always like to have something that's light that I can adjust to either a crossbody or a shoulder bag. So just something to think about. Definitely get chains, because they will pop in your pictures and it's going to bring people to you, because they're going to be like, I've never seen a chain like this before. And they're going to want the bag because of the chain on top of it. So just those two things. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Yeah, I'm an overthinker, and if you ever got to sit with me while I was making a bag, it is the funniest. I will draw things out. Like I will draw and sketch and cut um little corners of fabrics out to put them next to other fabrics to see if I like it. I It takes a lot for me to put color combos together because I'm an overthinker. And and I just want something to represent me. Thank you, Lynette. Thank you. I love that bag. This is a great bag. I can't wait to share it with Facebook and Instagram. It was really sad because when I made this bag on Friday, I was on cloud 9. But when I went to cut some badges out on my X tool, I accidentally put my cell phone on top of my laptop. And when I opened my laptop, I guess I didn't pay attention to the phone there, and my phone just hit flat down onto the concrete. So it like crashed. So I had to get I luckily I'm a person that always has insurance on my phone. I got a replacement phone. The replacement phone was here yesterday at 10 o'clock, and we filed our insurance thing at 2 o'clock on Friday. But the problem was is because my phone was shattered, I couldn't do the transfer to transfer. So I like all my cell phone contacts, like all the messages I had on my phone are completely gone. And I am so like devastated, because sometimes they're just like really good conversations or pictures or inspirations that people and me go back and forth. And it's going to be interesting when people are texting me and I'm going to be like, who's this? My phone smashed. I don't have any idea who you are. So good times. But yeah, my plan today is I wanted to make a bag for the upcoming, there's going to be an upcoming retail, or is it pre-order for hardware for Lords of the Rings for Thumbs and Thimbles. And I wanted to either make another Erica Bowler bag and or uh, the Hugo bag by Carbon. I don't know, Carbon something. I'm trying to contemplate, because the thing is that it's really hard for me to make a Lord of the Ring bag in any other bag except the Erica Bowler bag, because it sells repeatedly for me. Like if I make a Lord of the Ring bag and it's Erica Bowler bag, if I put it on my Etsy shop, it's going to sell. Um, so I am at a loss. this I'm at a loss at this point right now. So I'm just trying to figure out which one I'm going to make and go from there. I might also just take another day of rest and just have yes, carbon chic. I feel like if I do the Frodo one from the fabric from OSHA with the Elvish writing and its rainbow, I feel like that will look so awesome in that carbon sheet bag. And I haven't made it, and then it looks like it's a relatively fast make actually. Um, I want to make it. I have it ready to go, printed out. But it is like my guts like no, do what you know. You know you're really good at Lord of the Ring and Erica Bowler, but at the same time, I love to do new bags. It's a thrill when it comes out because it's something new and exciting. So we shall see. I got the carbon chic and I have this like really cool idea of putting Gladriel's ring on there. Like I have ideas. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do, if I'm going to sew or if I'm going to just like take care of the fam and rest. But everybody seems like they're doing pretty good, okay, except Faith feels really crummy. And unfortunately, that's the first couple days of this COVID. So if you guys have it out there, definitely advocate if you're a high risk person to get medication. Also, do your research on it and stay hydrated. It's the best advice I can give you. Um, Stay hydrated and do whatever your doctor tells you to do. This little booger is going around, but I think the way it works when I was talking to my child's doctor is that once you get this virus, you may not get it for up to 90 days because you have like the antibodies in your system. So it's not like in rare cases you can get it again, but it's very rare. So we shall see. Oh no, it's beyond the glass mural. It went black and it was fuzzing out. Like it was beyond. So they just did a replacement phone. I didn't get a new phone. It's just okay, it's a new phone, but it's the same exact phone I have. So if you go through the insurance, like AT&T has an insurance, and for me, I always had insurance to my phones because stuff happens. I had somebody at a Comic-Con accidentally step on my phone and the glass was shattered. It was usually if the glass just shatters and you're able to turn it on, they can just replace the glass. This was like lava black going down and flashing. It was quite disturbing. Yeah, I thought it was because I've cracked and repaired a glass, but then the way that they were like, "Can it turn on?" I was like, I can hear the vibrations, like where my thumbprint, where it's trying to read it and it can't. I couldn't get into the phone, and I was yeah. But I got everything else off I was able to back everything up else onto my tablet and my laptop, right? But I just not my phone contacts because something weird. Okay, when I got married to my husband, I was a Sprint person. My phones were always through Sprint. So when I got married, he was like, "Yeah, let's just do it through one company." And he's like, "I honestly hate Sprint," and he had AT&T. So when I moved over to AT&T, the moment that I got my first Samsung, because it was through my husband's thing, I got all his contacts. Now let me explain to you contacts for Shinova and contacts for Kendall. Like, I have no more than probably like 20, maybe 30 people tops on my contact list. Just who I am, right? That's why I prefer people to contact me on Messenger because I have it just that's how I am. My husband, on the other hand, I have like 500 contacts in my phone. I have no idea who these people are. They're all my husband's contacts from like his walk of life. And they all know about me. So I'll get like random like Adrian Bali something says happy birthday to Shinova. I'm like, I have zero idea who this is. And I have to ask my husband, and then he's like, "Oh, that was my friend from high school." And I'm just like, What?" Or somehow, some way, and then when we try to undivide it, it just never happened. And my kids have the same ramifications too. They have all of my husband's contacts on their phone, and we're just like we just have random people we don't know as contacts on our phone. So if you were to go through my contact list, you'd be like, "Damn, this girl knows a lot of people." No, really, no, no, I don't. So, yep, that is my plan today. So I will see if I'm going to do it. If not, I'll do the carbon sheet tomorrow or sometime this week. I still have time, but I just wanted to show you what the thumbs and thimbles. If you're like, I mean, sorry, the Alchemats, if you're wanting to know more information in the description box, I did put Alchemats, I put Alchemats, Facebook group where you could and the Shopify account that you can go and purchase the pre-order. So that is it, my dear friends. I hope everyone has a magnificent Sunday. If you're able to sew, great. If not, it's cool. You can sew later. And enjoy your family and friends and just enjoy this nice, cool weather for the people that have it. For the people in California, stay cool. 102 degrees is whoo. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.